Hey, what's happening, folks? Matt and Ryan here. It is time to talk overlay. We got a couple of slates. We are going to run through each of these quickly so that you all can get your picks put in. Apparently, if I could just press buttons. There we go. So first things first, by the time you guys get this video, this one starts in about an hour. You got the $2.50 one, the $22 one. Again, the $22 one's great with a $2,400 jackpot if you can swing that. The $2.50 one I love. They got this guy, King Hap. You beat him, you double your money. You get in the top 10%, you get 9 times your money. And if you can happen to go 12-0, excuse me, that's about 75 times your money. 75, I'll say 78 if my math is correct.
Yeah, really can't beat that, man.
All right, so there's going to be this one's going to get this is like Bellman type of slate. What I mean by that, like these are some uglier picks that maybe you wouldn't be looking at on like a DK or a FanDuel or stuff like that. But let's run through this one. So Griffin Canning versus Luke Weaver. What are your thoughts on these two young gentlemen?
I like both of these guys as young pitchers. I think that they're both. I think that they could both potentially be very good, like SP2s later down in their career if everything progresses well. The matchups are similar, man. This is like a true toss-up, and I'm really a fan of Canning and a fan of Weaver. I'm going to lean Weaver. That's just what my gut says. That's it.
Yeah, I'm actually with you on this one. I may be like Luke Weaver more than I should, but I'm going to ride with it today. I got him in all my year-long fantasy leagues, so I'm going to put my money on Luke Weaver. All right, moving down from there, we got Chris Bassett versus another young man. I really like his stuff. I like the delivery he goes. They kind of equated over to like a Clayton Kershaw. So that's Chris Bassett versus Joey Lucchesi. I'm going to go with Lucchesi on this one as well.
I'm going to go Bassett.
Okay.
The Arizona offense got going late yesterday, and the Angels, I don't know if Ohtani's in the lineup or not, but if he's not, that helps it even more. He's in it. So I'm still going to stick Bassett, but I don't love it. Probably not one I'll pick.
Okay. All right, moving down from there, we got a couple offensive guys. David Fletcher leading off versus Dustin Hupton down in the 5-hole. Give me David Fletcher leading off. I just trust him to have a floor a little bit higher than Upton, who just always feels like he's lining up to go 0 for 4 or 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, give me Fletcher in this type of format as well. I'm with you.
Right? Like if I wanted to win a GPP, give me Upton because he can double dong. But if I'm just looking for a few points, I've had enough of these this year playing baseball early on where you get like the ties when it's 0-0. So give me David Fletcher. All right.
Yep.
Best player in the game, Mike Trout versus Ketel Marte. I'm sorry. Just give me Mike Trout. He's just the best player in the game. Why am I even gonna think twice about it?
I'm gonna choose Marte here. I like the matchup for Arizona. He crushes lefties. He's got real good numbers off Lucchesi. Give me Ketel Marte.
So that's an interesting point to talk strategy for a minute because I love the idea of that. Because while Trout is better, nobody's gonna argue that. Marte is no scrub. You have reasons, and I love that you have reasons that you're picking him because everybody's going to pick Mike Trout, right?
I mean, the way you just said it was like it's not even a question, and obviously Mike Trout's better than Marte. Like, there's no doubt about it.
Mike Trout's better than everybody, right?
Yeah, but the other point that you said is Marte himself is a stud. People like don't put him in that class though, so they're never going to pick Marte over Trout, like the casual fan here.
So if your goal is to go for the jackpot every day, which again, I understand trying to go for that, you're probably always just going to make your favorite pick. And it's going to be difficult to ever pick against studs like Trout and Lindor and Yelich and Bellinger and guys like that. But if you put this matchup out there 10 or 100 times, Marte is going to be the winner, 37, 38, 39% of the time. And if you have a good reason for it today, that one pick can cruise you into the top 10% really easily because everybody picks Trout. You don't want to go super contrarian, but a contrarian pick here and there is a good way to beat the field.
Yeah, exactly. 100% agree. Now, just to point out, Mike Trout is 5 of 10 off Bassett, so it's not like he sucked. But it seems that Marte has a few extra base hits, and I don't know, just a gut feel, and obviously could blow up in my face.
This one's crazy to me because I know, like for a lot of younger viewers, maybe you don't remember how good Pujols was when he played for the Cardinals. But now he's matched up with Jason Castro. And it's a real question.
It's a real question, man. Give me Castro, who started off the year better than Pujols, gets the platoon advantage. Give me Castro, man. That's what's sad to say.
I'm going to actually side with you on this one, and it is sad to say.
I mean, Pujols is 40 years old, and he looks every bit of it.
All right, we got the 8-hitter Simmons and the 9-hitter Brian Goodwin. Do any of these guys have any real experience going up against Bassett? Goodwin 0 of 2, Simmons 0 of 2, each with a strikeout, so it's the same, and also not enough of a sample size to even care about. Just give me Simmons. I just prefer him. It's just gut feeling more than anything.
Yeah, tough one right here. I'll take Simmons as well.
All right, in the other game, looking at Laureano and Marcus Semien. Laureano, 2 doubles, 2 home runs off of Griffin Canning. I'll take him.
It's a close one. I'll take Laureano also, who started the season really hot.
Yeah, I like both players too, right? I think Semien is an underrated player, and Laureano's an up-and-coming stud.
Agreed all around.
All right, Matt Olson versus Matt Chapman. Battle of the Matts. Chapman is 1 of 8. Olson is 1 of 7. You get no information right there. Batting order. These dudes are, I'm going to assume, right in their usual spots. Chapman, Olson. Yeah. So that doesn't give you much. This is just kind of like, do you have a reason to pick either one of them? Have you been watching the A's a bunch?
I've been watching a little bit of them. Neither guy looks amazing to start. With a righty on the hill, I'll go Olson, though.
I'm going to agree with you on this one. Rock and roll. All right.
I mean, we don't really care that much about that, but when it's a true tie, which seems like this is, why not, right?
I mean, these dudes are batting next to each other, similar in talent, right? Like, they're pretty close as far as their offensive production. Similar numbers against the same pitcher. You got to go with something, right? So if you feel like Olson's looked a little bit better. Yeah, give me Olson.
No, but I will say, like, just to even take that point a step further, like, as far as how these guys are, like, ranked in the majors, if you were, like, ranking every player, I would say Chapman is ahead of Olson, but, like, they're very close.
And that might also be because Chapman is, like, a whiz defensively, right?
Yes.
So, like, maybe offensively, they're very, very similar.
Like, very similar.
All right. Chris Davis versus Kanya. Oh, man, I dropped a lot of lineups.
Oh, it is at the bottom. Wow. Crazy.
Yeah, just a bunch of new lineups dropped. So Chris Davis. Kanya is batting 5th. I actually want to do this. I'm going to pull up the stats for these teams. Could have done that earlier, but with DraftKings and stuff like that, like not updating early, you feel like you really have to go a little bit deeper just to talk about where these guys have been to start the season.
Pretty annoying.
It is. All right. So last time I checked, we were looking at Kanya versus Chris Davis. Kanya is 2 of 8. Chris Davis is 1 of 7 with 3 strikeouts. Very similar again. Give me Kanya. He's up higher in the lineup.
I'm going to go Davis. Got the day off yesterday. Maybe it helps him. I'm still buying what he's selling for who knows why.
Piscotty and Murphy. Once again, these guys are back-to-back. Just give me Piscotty. I'll take the guy who was a professional hitter versus catcher.
I will as well, but it is worth noting Murphy went yard yesterday.
Murph Dog. All right. David Peralta versus Starling Marte on that Arizona lineup.
2-3. Might not even be out yet, but they've been batting 2-3.
Okay. I feel like I saw that earlier.
Maybe. Yeah.
There we go. Starling Marte is 3.
Peralta's 8. Oh, because the lefty's on the hill. Got to go Marte here. He's better against righties, but Peralta is not good against lefties.
Also, the addition of 1 extra bat. I mean, you guys all know that from playing on other sites too. That's huge to me, right? Okay. Eduardo Escobar versus Christian Walker. We got Escobar batting 4, Walker batting 5. Lefty on the mound. I'll take Escobar. I just like him a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll take Escobar as well. I'm a fan.
Calhoun and Kelly. Are either of these guys done anything to start the season? I guess that's worth checking on.
Well, Calhoun's been pretty good, actually. Tough matchup for Calhoun, though.
Yes. He's 3 of 9. A couple extra base hits to start the year. Only 1 strikeout. I like that.
3 walks.
3 walks. All right. Give me Cole Calhoun. If I remember correctly, he's not terrible off lefties.
It's a better matchup for Kelly, but Calhoun's the better hitter, and he'll get in a bat or two off the bullpen. So I'll go Calhoun also.
All right, Tatis versus Pham. We're both fans of Tatis because he's an up-and-coming, flat-out stud. But Pham has been running like Forrest Gump, so I'm going to take Tommy Pham and bank on a stolen base for extra points today.
I like that call. I will as well.
These are both guys we like a lot. Again, we both think San Diego's got some sleeper second place in that division type of mentality this year.
Yep.
All right, Trent Grisham versus Manny Machado.
Luke Weaver on the hill. Grisham will probably bet in second. Is that lineup out?
I'm assuming it is. Those games start.
And I'm going to go Machado anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Grisham batting second, Machado batting third. You were correct. Grisham 3 of 10 to start the year with 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. So apparently he gets on base every time he doesn't strike out. Machado 2 of 11, 6 strikeouts. All right, I'll take Trent Grisham. I'll go with the former Brewer just so we don't agree on one of these for once.
All right, well, I don't know if we'll agree on the next one, but Ahmed has crushed Casey, so this is definitely Ahmed for me.
Yeah, I'll go Ahmed too. He's just good against lefties, period.
Yeah, and he is 6 of 15 with 3 extra base hits off of Casey.
He's a true platoon kind of guy, right? Like, he's always been a very good hitter against lefties from the best of my recollection.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Profar's the kind of guy you may be liking at GPP because there's a little power and speed right there. But if I need some baseline points, give me Nick Ahmed today.
Agreed.
All right, man. Let's just take the second match, give us all an opportunity to get in there and get our money in on the first one. Andrew McCutchen and Rhys Hoskins. Give me McCutchen. McCutchen has really good career numbers off J Happ. He's always been good against left-handed pitching. I have not seen a ton of Hoskins to start the year, but from the best of my recollection, he has not been great other than the double he slapped in the first inning yesterday.
This is an easy one for me. I'm with you 100% on this call, no doubt.
All right. I also think Hoskins, if we remember this correctly, has been better against righties early on in his career.
Definitely.
So this is funny thing about MLB. Like we talked about that the opening night of MLB or the opening Friday, my best lineup came after I fell asleep with Oakland having a late hustle. Yesterday, I had a Phillies stack, and in the first inning, boom, 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 it's looking real good. They did squat the rest of the day.
They did do nothing the rest of the day. You're right.
That's the thing about MLB. Like, even though in like NBA and football you can hustle late and stuff like that, but MLB, like, man, you can get so excited when your team goes off in the first inning, and then they might go the rest of the game with 0 points or close to it. Totally can work the other way.
So MLB is just crazy. Like in NBA, like it's hard to explain, but like in MLB, you could have 2 innings left, but more runs could be coming up than there have been in every other game combined, just in those 2 innings. You just never know.
It's always fun when you nod off and go to sleep thinking you're not going to cash, and then you find out your last 2 guys both hit solo home runs to put you in the money.
It doesn't get much better.
No, because that rarely happens in NBA. Like, I can remember like 4 years ago, I fell asleep when Bledsoe was still playing for the Phoenix Suns, and he went off with a triple-double when I was not expecting, and it put me in the money when I thought I was out. That's just so rare in NBA.
It's amazing.
All right. I will say this about Hoskins, though. We were pretty quick to pick McCutchen. That dude walks a lot. He has 7 walks already this year, so he does have nice baseline points. I'm sticking with McCutchen, but he's 0 of 9 with 3 strikeouts, so a little bit slumped early on.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good call right there.
It does give me a little cause for pause, and I think as we do these shows, now that we're kind of getting back into the groove of this thing, we'll be better about having the numbers up so that we can talk about some of these things. All right, going up against J Happ, Bryce Harper, JT Realmuto. I'm actually going with Realmuto. He's very good against lefties.
Yeah, I'll go Realmuto also, but it's no easy one.
No, because Harper's another one of these guys. Even if he doesn't have that many walks already this year, he's good for some walks, 4 of them. It's definitely something. He gives you nice baseline points typically, whereas Realmuto is yet to walk.
Agreed.
All right, and then Gene Segura versus Didi Gregorius. I love Didi, but Segura is very good against lefties. Didi's got to, he's got to take the split right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Phil Gosselin versus Roman Quinn. I don't think this lineup is out yet, but let's double check. No. But I would think Gosselin's a righty, so he should be leading off again today, wouldn't you think?
I would think so, yes.
All right, so I'm going to bet on Gosselin in the leadoff spot, and if it's something different, then we'll just have to adjust it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Benintendi versus Waka, or Nimmo versus kind of what can be considered a bullpen game. What do you think here, my man?
Man. I'm liking the Mets more and more as the day goes on. I still think Benintendi's better than Nimmo. So give me Benintendi, although it is damn close.
Well, I'm finding Nimmo on this one, so I'll go with him.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Pete Alonso versus Jeff McNeil. Let's switch over to just watch what the Mets have been doing early on this year. I'm sure like a lot of you guys, it's hard to keep up with it. Every team is doing this early in the season. Not that what 3 games in is everything, but it's nice to at least know.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely has me rethinking that McCutchen pick. All right. McNeil and Alonso are tearing out the cover off the ball right now with a combined 2 for 21. So neither of them look good. Alonso struck out in half his at-bats. I'm going to go with McNeil. I could see Pete Alonso being under a little pressure right now, being mic'd up, trying to, all season long. Definitely has to worry about, trying to relive that rookie season.
Yeah, we don't not that he's got the sophomore slump, but he might have the sophomore slump.
Yeah, we can't say that after 3 games, but he could definitely be applicable, right?
We talk about that coming in, that, we don't really like guys like this in their second year. Matter of fact, I brought up on the video yesterday or something like that.
Today,
today I said I don't see myself playing much Pete Alonso at all this year. Now, maybe today, in a tournament, because he's got huge home run upside and he's not going to get a ton of love, but he's not going to be a guy that's on my radar hardly at all.
All right, man. I like that idea. All right, Michael Conforto versus Cespedes. Looks like we got more of a bullpen game from Boston, so I'm not as worried about the righty-lefty splits right here. I'll just take the red-hot Michael Conforto, who's batting .500 early on the season.
Revenge for Cespedes. I'll go Conforto also, but I like both of them, to be honest.
Did Cespedes, he played in Boston briefly?
He did. He
went on a trade?
Yeah, he got traded from Boston to Oakland. From Oakland to Boston for John Lester.
Okay, he was there for 2 minutes, and then he went to New York.
Yes.
Man, why can I not remember that?
I know. He was on Detroit, Oakland, Boston. Maybe one. I think that's it.
All right, we got Cano or J.D. Davis. Cano is 1 for 9. J.D. Davis is 1 for 10. So that gives you absolutely no information. I don't know. I'm going to go with the wily old veteran. Give me Cano.
Same. I'm a Cano fan, as you know.
Oh, I can know all about that. All right, JD versus Devers. JD's looked off the last couple days. I'll take Devers. You guys are both really good, though, so it's a pretty close call. I'll just take the lefty split right there.
I'll take Devers as well.
Okay, Bogarts versus Mitch Moreland. I'm going to go Bogarts, even though I like the idea for Moreland, who homered the other day that he's a lefty. Bogarts is just a better hitter who will be in there all game. They can bring in a lefty and Moreland could leave.
A much better hitter. Doesn't mean Moreland won't outscore him today, but Bogarts is much better, no doubt.
Yeah, Bogarts is a legit all-star candidate every year. Mitch Moreland is not.
Bogarts is a stud. He's not elite, but he's a stud.
He's not Francisco Lindor, but he's like the 1A category of shortstops.
At this point, I'd take him over Correa.
Yeah, you wouldn't have said that a few years ago, but I'd say it now. I'm with you on that one.
He's not as good. I put Javier Baez on the Lindor level, and I know you do too. He's not as good as that, but he's right below.
Yeah, Baez.
He's the other guy we didn't even mention the other day, but he's right there too.
Yeah, Baez is a stud, no doubt about it. All right, Jose Peraza versus Wilson Ramos. Peraza, we talked about him yesterday. He made all the sense in the world, but he's still Jose Peraza, right? Even against a less than stellar pitching staff batting leadoff, he has no guarantee for points, and he threw up the goose egg yesterday at big ownership.
Yeah, give me Wilson Ramos here. Much higher home run upside. I know that doesn't matter here, but he's just a better hitter.
If Peraza's batting leadoff again, which I do not expect him to be, I would probably roll with him. But I'm going to actually go with you on Wilson Ramos, assuming Peraza's back down in the lineup, which I think he will be.
I agree.
All
Fair
right.
all the way. I agree.
Ahmed Rosario versus Christian Vasquez. Vasquez, I pulled him from a lineup yesterday. I'm not happy with myself about that. I don't know. I'm going to go with Vasquez, actually, still. I'm going to stick with him.
I'm gonna go with Rosario, leading off for the Mets. Sometimes maybe he is tonight. I think he's a better hitter. So close one. And maybe I'll change it depending on batting order. But as of now, give me Rosario.
All right. Verdugo versus Jackie Bradley.
Bradley's been good to start the year.
You think that 636 average? You think that's good?
Yeah, he's been good.
All right, man. I'm with you. Let's ride the hot hand.
To be fair, Verdugo is also 3 of 8, and like that's not amazing, but you can't really. I mean, you can't expect too much more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't expect Verdugo to bat 375 for the year, but I will bet all the money that I've ever had in my entire life that the only way Jackie Bradley bats 636 is if the season ends today.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yes.
But no, I'll take a hot hitter. Again, we don't have a lot of information to go off. It's not like you know how many innings Waka's going to be in there or anything like that. So give me Jackie Bradley.
Same.
All right, guys, that's what we got for today. We got NBA contests coming out shortly. They're already up on the site. We will review those probably tomorrow, would be my guess. I'm psyched for the NBA, but we still got some MLB to crush in the meantime. Thumbs up on the video is always appreciated. And go get your money in. Go beat King Hap, double your money, or do even better and go win that jackpot.
And Slade starts a little earlier tonight, guys, so beware.
Yeah, exactly. We got a little funky schedule on baseball early on, which is usual.
Yep.